What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol PTON for Peloton Interactive. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. However, I've cleared the drawing set. All of our levels were from way in the past prior to that last earnings gap cycle. So we're starting from scratch. Obviously, we have a new earnings cycle on our hands here, and you can clearly see a nice move to the upside. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's do what we always do here, stick to the process, putting in our daily roadmap, if you will. I would point out this area, and we'll actually talk about that sort of as a zone. You can see from the daily, right, cluster of prior support, then turning to resistance here, now turning to support. Obviously, the gap up from in here as well. We'll get into all of that on the smaller time frame, but for now, we want to search for some upside targets. Pretty interesting that we are closing right at this prior area of support, which then offered resistance once and twice right here. A little bit of resistance on today's session. And then if we're searching for further targets to the upside, this is probably next up on our radar, 42.23 up to 46.24 as the next critical areas. So certainly from the daily perspective, this is a strong bullish bar. It's also being coupled with good volume as well. Of course, we know that earnings is usually a good catalyst to increase the volume. So from that perspective, it does look like we could get some bullish continuation. It's all about getting more price acceptance up and over 37.50s roughly. We clearly recaptured the daily 50 SMA, which is also a fantastic sign of strength. Let's take a closer look at the 30-minute time frame. Before I zoom in, I would point out that this descending triangle, right, we had flat lows, lower highs coming into it, did not materialize to the downside. So you probably got a lot of people looking to short this breakdown who were disappointed, right? Maybe they started entering early as we started making this descent back towards it. They all got squeezed out of the position, no doubt about that, on today's session. So let's take a closer look and, of course, take out our Fibonacci's because this is our do or die sort of tool, if you will. Where's the 930 bar? There we go. Coming in from the low all the way on up to the high of today's session, essentially up there. Let's actually adjust that. I missed because it was off the screen. We will activate and I will adjust. There we go. Looking much better. So in terms of the 38.2, I mean, how perfect is that? You can see nearly to the penny, the afternoon pullback went right to it and we started to rebound a little bit off of it. Now, in the post market, we are, higher. We're 37.75. So kind of right around this area in here, just above that white line. So to me, just looking for healthy bull flag consolidation in this area, breakouts start to get us into those daily targets, which we pointed out, 42 quarter and then 46 quarter. On a breakdown of the 38.2, which is also the structural pullback from this afternoon, that's where I start to get a little bit more concerned. The next line in the sand, based on Fibonacci analysis, would have to be here at 33.75. If we start closing bars underneath that level, more than likely we get a 100% retracement to this zone that we pointed out from the daily and we discussed prior. The low end of that is around 28 quarter, right? So line in the sand, 33.75 on any more aggressive pullbacks. As long as we hold that, maybe there's a potential. Let's go ahead and remove these fibs now. And we're also going to get rid of this level. And instead, we're going to focus on the pullback, right, around 36.60. So again, healthy bull flag, fine, looking for breakouts. If we pull back, I would want to see something like that. Maybe it's a bit of an inverted head and shoulders. Maybe it prints a double bottom off of that area. You get involved up and over the neckline, looking for the highs. That's how I would start to treat this 33.75. I would need to see a pattern emerge off of it for me to want to get re-involved to the long side and look for that follow through. Again, if we break down, looking for a rotation back to these areas in here, 29.30s down to roughly 28.30s, all right? So that's all I've got for you inside of Peloton. As of right now, it does look like we can get bullish continuation, but you have the levels to be watching out for. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.